The old you must die so the new you can be born. There comes a moment in every life when you feel the weight of who you've been crushing the person you are meant to become. A moment when you realize that the habits you carry, the excuses you cling to, the fears you entertain, and the comfort zones you hide inside are not simply holding you back. They are burying you alive. The old you becomes a prison you built with your own hands, stone by stone, routine by routine, doubt by doubt. And the truth is, no one escapes that prison without sacrifice. No one becomes great by staying who they've always been. For the new version of you to rise, the old version must die. Not quietly, not comfortably, but deliberately, intentionally, and with the courage to let go of everything that no longer serves your growth. You have to understand this deeply. Transformation is not a gentle process. It is not soft, not smooth, not peaceful. Transformation is violent. It rips apart who you were yesterday to make space for who you are destined to become tomorrow. It demands that you let go of people who don't believe in you, habits that weaken you, and mindsets that shrink you. It forces you to confront the truth you avoid, the truth that you have outgrown your past but still cling to it because it's familiar. Familiarity is not freedom. Familiarity is a trap disguised as comfort. As long as you keep running back to who you used to be, you will never experience the life that was meant for the strongest version of you. The old you must die, the version of you that overthinks everything, the version that waits for the perfect moment, the version that surrenders to fear, the version that listens to the loud voices of doubt instead of the quiet voice of destiny. That old version is heavy. It slows you down. It blinds you to your potential. And every day you keep it alive, you bury your future a little deeper. The new you is waiting, but it cannot breathe as long as the old you takes up all the space. Change doesn't happen when you want it. Change happens when you decide you're done living small. When you decide enough is enough. When you decide the pain of staying the same is far greater than the pain of growing. You must be willing to let the old you go, the one built from trauma, fear, conditioning, and survival mode. You survived your past, but that version of you cannot lead you into your future. You must let go of the stories that tell you you're not enough. You must let go of the belief that your past defines your potential. You must let go of the identity shaped by failure and disappointment. These identities feel permanent, but they are not. They only survive because you keep feeding them. The moment you stop giving them life, they fade. And when they fade, your true self begins to rise, a version of you built from strength, discipline, clarity, and purpose. Reinvention requires a funeral for your excuses, a funeral for your laziness, a funeral for the mindset that tells you to settle. You must be willing to bury the parts of yourself that were created by circumstances, not by choice. The new you must be created intentionally, not accidentally. It must be built with discipline, shaped by struggle, and strengthened through sacrifice. Every dream you want, every goal you imagine, requires a future version of you that is stronger than the version you are today. So ask yourself, what are you willing to kill within you to reach the life you desire? What are you willing to outgrow? What are you willing to leave behind? You cannot become unstoppable if you remain unchanged. You cannot become powerful while clinging to weakness. You cannot become disciplined while protecting your bad habits. You cannot build a new life with the same mindset that created your old one. Growth requires death, and the bravest thing you will ever do is allow yourself to evolve. The world will resist it. Your mind will resist it. Your comfort will resist it. But destiny will wait for you. It will test you. And it will reward you only when you make the internal shift, the shift from who you were to who you must become. The new you is not created in the moments of comfort. The new you is born in the moments you say no to your old patterns. It is born in the moments you choose discipline over distraction. It is born when you wake up early, even when you're tired, when you keep going, even when you feel defeated, when you believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Transformation is built in the dark, when you are alone, when you are doubted, when you are uncomfortable, when you are fighting your inner battles. But those battles are necessary. They are the fire that purifies you. They are the storm that shapes you. They are the struggle that transforms you. So let the old you die. Let the version of you that plays small, that fears judgment, that hides from risk, that settles for mediocrity, fade into the past. You don't need that version anymore. You need the version of you that is hungry, driven, fearless, disciplined, focused, and unshakable. You need the version of you that knows what you want and refuses to settle for anything less. You need the version of you that walks into every day with purpose, clarity, and the willingness to fight for your future. The new you is waiting, and it's time, not someday, not soon, not eventually. It's time to rise. The truth is, the old you will not leave quietly. It will cling to you. It will tempt you. It will whisper in your ear that change is unnecessary, that you can stay the same and still get everything you want. But that's a lie. The old you survives through comfort, and comfort is the silent killer of ambition. Comfort convinces you that you have time. Comfort convinces you that you can start tomorrow. Comfort convinces you that life will somehow improve without you improving yourself. But nothing changes until you do. Nothing grows until you do. Nothing elevates until you do. And the moment you decide to elevate, the old you will fight back, because it knows it can't survive in the environments you're growing into. You will face resistance, not from the world outside, but from the world inside. The old you will scream every time you try to break a habit, every time you push yourself, every time you take a risk, every time you try to evolve. That inner resistance is not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you're transforming. Growth feels like war because you're fighting the version of yourself that has lived inside you for years. But that battle is necessary. The cocoon does not release the butterfly without a struggle. The pressure is part of the process. Pain is part of the process. Confusion is part of the process. Every time you feel like giving up, remember, the discomfort you feel is the old you dying. And you must let it die. You must allow the identity that was built by fear, doubt, failure, and insecurity to collapse. Because if you don't willingly let it collapse, life will eventually force it to. Life has a way of shaking you awake when you ignore your potential for too long. Breakdowns, heartbreaks, failures, losses, these moments are not punishments. They are invitations. They are the universe's way of saying, it's time to evolve. It's time to release the old version of you. But too many people misunderstand these moments. They think life is destroying them, when in reality, life is stripping away what no longer aligns with their future. Life is burning the old so the new can rise. But here's the part people forget. The new you must be built. The old you dies naturally, but the new you is created intentionally. It is shaped through your habits, molded through your discipline, and strengthened by your daily decisions. Reinvention is not an event, it's a commitment, a daily commitment. A commitment to show up even when you're tired. A commitment to improve even when no one is watching. A commitment to grow even when it hurts. The new you emerges bit by bit, through every choice that aligns with your future instead of your past. The new you is born the moment you stop waiting for motivation and start relying on discipline. Motivation can spark change, but discipline sustains it. Motivation can lift you for a day, but discipline builds you for a lifetime. The old you relied on feeling good. The new you will rely on doing what must be done. The old you waited to feel ready. The new you understands that readiness is a myth. You become ready through action. You become strong through difficulty. You become confident by doing things you are afraid of. Every time you do the hard thing, the new you grows, and the old you loses power. Every transformation requires sacrifice. You must sacrifice your comfort for growth. Sacrifice your excuses for progress. Sacrifice your distractions for focus. Sacrifice who you were for who you want to be. This is the price of reinvention, and most people are too afraid to pay it. But not you. Something in you knows you were made for more. Something in you knows that your potential is too big for the life you've been settling for. Something in you knows that the old you is not your final form, and that knowing, that inner whisper, is your destiny calling. It's the voice of the future you trying to pull you forward. There will be moments when you feel lost, moments when you feel disconnected, moments when the old world doesn't fit you anymore, but the new world hasn't taken shape yet. This in-between phase is uncomfortable, but necessary. It's the space where growth happens, where the old you dissolves and the new you begins to emerge. Do not run from this phase. Do not rush it. Sit with it. It's in this space that you discover who you truly are without the weight of your past. And eventually there comes a day, a quiet day, an ordinary day, when you wake up and realize you are no longer the person you once were. You think differently, you move differently, you respond differently, you choose differently. The things that once tempted you no longer interest you. The people who once drained you no longer access you. The fears that once controlled you no longer define you. That day will come, and it will not come with fireworks or fanfare. It will come with certainty, with clarity, with peace, because the old you will be gone, and the new you will finally be alive.